Hi, it's Shelley,
I'm Jen.
and we are the creators of Expressions of Grief. And today we just wanted to share some information with you about working your way through grief.
So, in this day and age where we have access to so much information very quickly, we tend to want results and we want them now. We look for information or things that will give us the results we're looking for in a very quick way. And we're here to tell you there's no magic pill. There's no quick fix. The only way to process grief is to go through it, to actually go through it.
And I can give an example of that.
Sure, that would be great.
Yeah, for myself, after I lost my daughter, I had actually read a book, and it was talking about the different stages of grief, and it also had said that it was best to go through your grief at the time and not to suppress it, because when you suppress it, what happens is it can be gone for a little while and you think you're doing well. But what happens is 2 years later, 5 years later, 10 or more, the grief hits you even harder. So when I read that, I felt, okay, I'm in my grief. I know I can't go back to work, and I chose to go through it. And yes, it was hard, and yes, I was at home crying a lot, but today I feel better knowing that I dealt with it at that time, so that now I'm able to move forward with my life, and I can do things like this, help other people go through their grief as well. So in Jen's practice,
in my practice, I often get people coming to me with anxiety, depression, illness, seemingly unrelated things, specific symptoms. And upon further investigation, we discovered that it's really unprocessed or what we're calling unexpressed grief. That is the root cause of the issues that they're having. So we work with them to get through that grief and to really understand the grief. It's not something that we talk a lot about in our society. It's something, we tend to want to stay away from those difficult subjects, so nobody talks about them. And we really want to change that so that people can work through it and they can be supported while they're working through it. I know in my own experience, when I lost my dad, I was a single parent, 3 young kids. I just got back into life, and it wasn't actually until Shelley's daughter Chantal passed 11 years after the fact that it triggered a response in me. I then had anxiety, depression, all sorts of things going on. And in my own experience with hypnotherapy, discovered that it was actually grief. I had not dealt with the grief of my dad, the loss of my dad. And so at some point in time, you're going to go through it. So we're suggesting that it's better to go through it at the time with support and with people who can help you to understand what it is that's actually going on for you.
yes. So that's what we're here for, Expressions of Grief. We're here to help you. So if you have any comments about what we've shared with you today, please leave them in the comments below.
And any questions, we're happy to reach out to you.
Yeah. So thank you for listening.